It's spring in front of the Collards household.
Welcome to the Todd and Erin
Finally.
daily stream. Something's blooming. I'm sure Mother Nature will come and punish us soon.
It will. But right now it's time for the video.
I think one of the greatest gifts you can give to a child or to a youngster is to allow them to try things. So I played the violin for 6 months, and then I played ice hockey for 6 months, I was into skateboarding, I was into basketball, then I gave dancing a go for about 3 minutes. But I was singing in a choir, I think, at the time. But acting was something that sort of came natural to me. I grew up watching my older brother, or one older brother, doing theatre. So it was kind of a natural thing for me that I would want to do. And my mum, bless her heart, she was willing and able to take me up to London, find me an agent because I wanted to work, I wanted to be in movies. And then proceeded to go for about, and this is no joke, at least 100 auditions of being told no. You know, people always assume there's this like golden arc. It's like most of it is failing. Most of it is failing and being okay with failing. And going up for things that I was never right for. But my mum, never being pushy, but always saying, you know, don't worry, you'll get the next one, don't worry, you'll get the next one. And you know, once I did the Boris, it never seemed to stop. And when I was 12, I was the only member of the cast, I think, who had never heard of this thing. I was like, Harry who? In fact, quick side story, that's how I got the part. We were all lined up in a row, these kids, we weren't actors, we were just kids. And weirdly enough, I was standing next to Emma, I think, at one of my first auditions, which is quite ironic. But I remember Chris Columbus was going down the line of kids, just saying, what are you most excited about from the book to be recreated into the film? And I was a bit of a cocky little shit at the time. So I'm just sort of standing there like this, waiting for my turn, and then I realise, when it gets to sort of the kid next to me, I don't know what the bloody hell Harry Potter is, I've never read the book, I've got no clue. So I think quick on my feet. The guy next to me says something about Gringotts. I want to see Gringotts. So I was like, yeah, I love Gringotts too, you know. Just the way they fly about. Chris Columbus was like, really? Really? I was like, yeah, I just love those Gringotts. And I think he was like, Malfoy. You know? True story. Thanks for your question, I was just a good liar. Yes, we'll do 2 more, let's do it.
Hi, I'm Catherine.
Hello, Catherine, I'm Tom.
For my question, I was wondering if you had any rivalries with any of the other actors / kids.
All of them, I hate the lot. No, never. Never had any tension with anyone. I know it sounds boring, and it sounds like a cliche to say we were just one big happy family, but we really were. What rivalries do we have? The rivalries would be with Daniel of like Simpson knowledge, trivia knowledge. He's got a fantastic ability to retain information, so he would always get me out. He knew, I remember Apu's, you know the character Apu, his surname, which I still can't pronounce. Something like Nessa Pitta Litterbarn. Anyway, he always knew that, so we would rival over things like that on the drumsticks. That's the sort of thing that we would squabble about. But other than that, no, we were all bloody good friends. Cheers, mate. One more, here we go.
Here we go. Hi, my name is Rosalind.
Hi, Rosalind.
I'm a Ravenclaw, so.
Next.
My best friend is a Slytherin.
All right, that'll do.
Better. Okay. My question is actually about the Flash.
All right, hit me.
What was your favorite scene to film, whether it was by yourself or with the rest of the cast?
It's not my favourite scene by any means, but I remember there was one scene in the central hub. Well, actually, no, I remember being invited, because at first, for those of you who don't know, Julian, my character, is not exactly a friend of Barry's, but eventually he gets invited into Team Flash, which was a really cool moment actually to be part of the team. But then I forget the scene. I wish Grant was here because he would remember it far better than I did. But there was one scene where I couldn't remember the line. It's very confusing learning that lingo because it's all about metas and very confusing terminology, which I was supposed to be an expert in, which I clearly bloody wasn't. But there was one scene I remember where instead of just forgetting my line, saying nothing, I said something like, "Barry, we need to get down to the sausages." I just changed the word for sausages, or something like that. And I just recall standing up immediately and walking off set, horrendously embarrassed, and Grant never let me forget about that. It wasn't even sausages, it sounded like it. It was like, "Barry, we need to go to the sausages." Yes, I'm glad you don't have that footage to bring it up. But yes, that was a lot of fun. Cheers, mate.
We're very excited.
You were all correct.
Tom Felton is going to do something now that has never happened at any other con or convention. So everybody make sure you make some
noise. You've got a friend in Tom. You've got a friend in Tom. So when the road looks rough ahead, you're miles and miles from that nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. He said that you've got a friend in Tom. That's just a warm up, alright. But seriously, you do have a friend in me. Alright, does it sound good? Can we hear everything? Sound check, sound check! Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm gloomy as the moon, and mornings I'm snappy, afternoons I tend to finish off things too soon. Most of the time I'm high till the heavens wings and fly, blue paintings in I could be anywhere, I could be anywhere, still nowhere at all. Some things I'm privy to, some things they go completely over my head. Sometimes that tickles me, easy darling. Sometimes now I forget the lines I just read. Most of the time I'm high to the heavens, wings and fly. Blue paintings in and I could be anywhere. I said I could be anywhere, still nowhere at all. Some things I'm privy to, but some things they go completely over my head. And sometimes that tickles me, sometimes now I forget the lines I just read. And most of the time I'm high to the heavens, wings in flight, blue paintings in eye, and I could be anywhere. I said I could be anywhere, still nowhere at all. Still nowhere at all. I'm still nowhere at all. Thank you very much.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com.
This is why I don't trust statistics anymore.
I know, but I always love it when we're on a scale
Yeah,
where
we
I'm
always
like
measure against everybody else.
Utah against Colorado. You know, it's just like
Okay,
Poor Mississippi.
here's the one that I'm completely confused about. You know how I told you last week, and the way they had measured this was really weird. We were like in the top 5 of the less obese states. Salt Lake City was like
Healthiest,
one of the lesser,
healthiest, skinniest.
well, the way they did, yeah, they did
Slimmer.
it as less, yeah,
Less
but it was
excess
weird the way
body
they said
fat.
it. But now there's a new one coming out saying that our obesity rates are skyrocketing. You people just cannot be
They're
happy,
just
can you?
talking to people in the wrong places.
Utah Department of Health, this isn't just the last 8 years, it's gone from 32% to 42%. So that's a 10%.
What are they talking
Hike in obesity.
Talking to people outside of In-N-Out Burger? I mean, you can't take a poll and gush people when they're coming out of a
There's
drive-through.
a caliper, let me measure you.
No, my hands.
Well, I think most of it's doctor stuff. But it's interesting, they say the main rise is in kids, in teenagers especially.
I can see that.
And they're saying one of the reasons this concerns them is because obese adults are 40% more likely to suffer from heart attacks and strokes and stuff. And they're saying, so if they're starting in their teens,
Right.
their risk is like 20 years younger than an adult.
Right, right.
So that's one of the reasons they're pushing. But this is where I'm still like, what's wrong with you people? We still have one of the lowest obesity rates in the U.S. We rank at 23% overall for obesity, which is still almost like 1/4 of us, if you think about it. But this is really, we're still like in the top 5 for small amounts of obesity.
You think you're offended by
I told
that?
you the weird measurements again. So
All right, here we
we're
go.
concerned, but we're still thin.
It gets worse. We're
Okay.
also drunk.
Explain.
We're heavy and we're drunk.
Well, there you go.
According to, this is the drunkest driving cities in the country, and this is a study from quote Wizard that actually basically pours over insurance claims and things like that, and that's how they put their stuff together.
And how are we the drunkest, though? Explain this. It's not that we have the most DUIs.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
That was the number 1.
That's what's wrong with them?
Okay.
Boston,
Your
Massachusetts.
hometown. Congratulations.
No. Columbus.
That explains itself.
All right, so Salt Lake comes in at 15.
Interesting.
Now, the difference is that it comes in at 15. When was this study done? Because now the .05
A much lower, level for considered a DUI.
in the rest of the country is .08. So I would imagine we're going to go to number 1 in no time at all.
So this is what confuses me, though, because we don't have the highest per capita amount of DUIs.
Right.
But we have the most amount of drivers. We're in the top 15 for the most amount of drivers with a DUI.
Right. Exactly. And so that's just,
Okay.
and it's just going to get worse.
I guess.
It's just going to get worse.
Okay, while we are on the subject of alcohol, you said you had something happy.
I know, this is from Texas. Texas had an event. And when you have an event, what are you hoping for?
Lots of people.
Lots of people.
Like
And
a festival or something?
In Texas, they had a wine tasting.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And they turned away 1,000 people.
It was that popular. What did they do?
It was huge. And I don't think they really put it out there much more than social media.
Been saying, hey, this is what we're doing. There's going to be wine. What else?
Right,
I mean, what was their draw?
The Peach Creek Vineyard in College Station, they had an alpaca ranch with wine tasting. Now, we're not talking about llamas.
Llamas are completely different.
Llamas are mean.
Llamas are savage.
Llamas are killers.
They hold a grudge.
They protect sheep. They kill coyotes.
Kick out with their hooves. But
Their
they do hold a
little
grudge.
hooves. Like this. Alpaca are more like...
I'm all chill. What's up?
What are you drinking?
So the alpaca would just frolic amongst them while they were having cocktails,
They would walk around sipping wine from the vineyard,
enjoying the alpacas.
and the alpacas would walk around. They could pat them. It's like yoga with goats.
I guess it's no different, really.
It really isn't. Except there's wine.
Well, everything's better with wine.
I think, how could it get better with alpacas? Oh, it could.
Really, llamas do hold a grudge.
They
Remember
really
when
do.
my cousin Trish raised alpacas with her husband Kurt?
Oh, they were
And
mean.
I mean, there was tons of these guys.
Oh, they were mean.
And I accidentally stepped on one of them, and he gave me this look of such offense and walked away. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And he ignored me for 2 weeks, and then he raced up and he bit me really hard on the shoulder. And then we were like best friends again. Llamas hold a grudge.
Once it was taken care of,
He moved on.
he was good.
I guess. You ready for Tell Me Something Good? Because it's cool.
Is it a really good one? Because I really need a good one today.
This is one that I'm proud of because here in Utah, I think we do a really good job at this. During the summer, we work really hard about making sure that there's breakfast and lunch for kids.
We try to,
because
yes.
food insecurity skyrockets during the summer when
Yes.
kiddos who might ordinarily really count on that breakfast or lunch at school.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're out, what do? So we have lots and lots of groups that congregate in areas where kids like to go, like parks and
Yep.
and playgrounds, different places.
Yep.
But they've started adding some new stuff. They've had people come in and start doing art with the kids. They've had people come in and donate books and do reading groups with the kids. And it's a great way to keep them reading during the summer and getting them excited, and they get a book that they get to take home that's their own ownership.
Oh, that's really cool.
Isn't that genius? I'd love to do that with you this summer. I think we really should.
We could do that.
But Chelsea Clinton actually runs this organization,
Chelsea Clinton, as in.
Bill and Hillary's daughter.
Got it.
Too Small to Fail initiative, and it's improving children's literacy. And she said, let's sit down and figure out all the places kids go. And she went into the poorer neighborhoods, where reading rates were abysmal.
Playgrounds, right?
Well, think about this. If you got your family and you're dragging people around because you're working all the time,
Right.
you probably go out for the most specific errands, right?
Right,
Try
right.
to get everything done.
Right.
Laundromats. Because in big cities like New York, nobody has their own washer dryer.
I didn't even think of that.
What they
a
were
lot
doing,
of people don't.
they were going down and they were holding reading groups and laundromats. So instead of the kids having to sit there and watch the socks in the dryer going around, they would get excited and they would read. And the moms started coming about the same time every day to do laundry, or they kind of asked when this was going to be happening.
Right.
And the moms got involved. They said literacy has shot up 27% within 6 months. Tell me how cool that is.
What a great plan.
How creative.
That's a really good Tell Me Something Good.
I feel much better now too.
All right.
We should all volunteer. I'll get all the information. And do you all want to do it with me? Let's all volunteer this summer to help, volunteer at one of the food groups. Tell me we could not rock this. We will all do this together.
I have a story to end the show
Tell me.
with a sudden twist at the end.
Tell me more.
You can't see this. Sonoma County, you skydived.
Yeah.
I have skydived.
You said a bad word on live radio.
I said the S word, and there isn't a bishop in town who would criticize me because I was doing this at 100 miles an hour. So anyway, so this gentleman went and did it, and he was actually an experienced jumper. I mean, he
an
had-
adventure guy. He liked doing this.
yeah, really in shape and stuff. And so
You had a package chute, had everything
yeah,
set.
so you think about it, and even before you get on the plane, helmet, strap, glasses, harness, everything right.
Mm-hmm.
Make the crotch uncomfortable,
That does seem to be a requirement. I don't know why.
which is just to hurt your package.
It really is.
It really
it's a
is.
requirement.
So then you get on the plane, and when you get on the plane, you're going up to 9,000 feet, and you're once again straps, strings, that cord, yeah, ready. And he jumps out of the plane. His helmet stays on, his glasses stay on,
Good.
his chute stays on,
Okay, good. You were pausing. I was getting a little anxious.
emergency chute stays on.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Good.
leg falls off.
What?
He had lost a leg.
He has so he had a prosthetic.
Right. $15,000.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yes. And the funny thing was, the Sonoma sheriff found it and returned it to him.
It wasn't shattered in a trillion pieces.
Well, it's metal. It fell at a certain rate.
I guess you'd have to be super
hit-
durable to be a prosthetic.
It hit grass.
They actually found.
They
his
found.
Leg. Tell me
ready?
just. I would wait my entire career just to be able to hold up a leg and go, "Here's your leg, sir."
I know.
Because it's just nothing you're
Is
ever
it-
going to say in real
is
life
it-
ever again.
Is it like a retainer when you were a kid? Because the retainer used to put your name and your phone number on right here.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm wondering, do they do that with legs?
I'm sure they would.
But who would think you would lose a leg?
I don't know.
I grew up, I went to college with a kid, and he got in a fight, and he took his leg off, and he beat the guy with it. That's just a story we're not going to go into.
Well, you use what you have available.
He
to you.
won.
I can imagine.
You ready for the twist? Are you ready?
Yes.
2 years before that, in a freak accident, he lost his leg skydiving.
No effing way. Really?
Yes.
Why would you ever want to skydive again?
He lost his leg.
His real, actual leg.
He damaged it so bad they actually had to take it off. It was shattered.
I am speechless.
We are speechless. But we should mention a couple things before the show ends.
The eerie symmetry.
Now, isn't there a certain package that we're
Oh
going to
yeah,
talk
Mother's
about?
Day package. That's down at Gateway. ShopTheGateway.com. I'm back on the leg. ShopTheGateway.com. It's almost a $1,000 package with jewelry and dinner out and Victoria's Secret and a concert tickets and all kinds of goodies. All you have to do is just go to ShopTheGateway.com and you can sign up to win there.
Amazing, huh? Good stories today. Wow. You guys have a good day.
Why would you ever jump again? I don't think I could. And to lose it again is like, thanks, second time.
I don't feel bad saying the S word now.
No, you're
on
fine.
radio.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.